I am Preeti and you're watching this Knowledge Bank information video on 5 tips to have a healthy relationship. Now, this can be any relationship, but it's especially based for love and romantic relationships, and these tips are like the basic things, and there are a lot more things. That go into this, but yes, these are the most basic 5 things that you need to build a perfectly balanced relationship. Okay, so make sure that you watch this video from beginning till the end to get the entire scoop, and yeah, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's begin. So what is the first and the most important building block for a healthy relationship? Without that, your relationship will not survive even if you do the next 4 steps. So this is the first and the most important step, and all of these steps are they depend on each other. It's not that if you follow just one tip and avoid the rest of the ones, things will be fine. It's not that way. All of these have to be together and you have to use them together in order to make your relationship work. So the first thing is the communication. Communication has to be done. Now, communication has to be done, and that also it has to be done in a way where you are trying to be constructive about your relationship. And there are ways to communicate that might be destructive, but there has to be constructive communication. There has to be communication. Now, when I say constructive communication, it does not mean that it's just going to be positive and mushy talk. There are going to be times when you will have to even talk about the things that are rough. There are going to be times when you will have to talk about the things that are creating a conflict in your relationship, that are creating conflict in either of the person's mind, and a healthy communication will be needed to be made. You need to address certain things to your partner if your partner is getting disturbed by certain things, certain behavior of you, certain thinking way of you, or how you act or behave, etc. So it depends on both the people, not just you, but you as well as your partner. So if your partner also is behaving or thinking in a certain way which is not beneficial for your relationship, then you also have to openly communicate this with them. The same thing applies to them. Just remember, both of you guys have the equal rights, and it's not that just one person is just ruling in that relationship and one person wants how things are done in that relationship and the other person just submits and does how that person needs the things to be done. Right? It has to be both the ways, that too equally. The second point is forgiveness. Forgiveness is like a huge thing that you require, because there are going to be times when you guys might actually say things which you never wanted to say, which you never want to say this to a person whom you love the most. But still, people go through tough times and people go through bad times, not just in a relationship, but there are several factors in our life which we are working upon simultaneously, along with working along with your partner in a relationship. So there are times, even if the relationship is going fine, but there are certain other areas of life which are not working fine, then the effect of that, the impact of negativity in that area might have an impact on your relationship. So in that case, there might be certain things which you should not have been done, which should not have been said, etc., which you may not have behaved in that way and you have done it. So what next? What should you do about it? Forgiveness is really important. So ask for forgiveness, as well as if your partner has done something that has hurt you really bad, you need to forgive them. You need to forgive each other if you want that relationship to work. And forgiving does not mean, now just let me be clear on this. Sometimes people just ask for forgiveness, just say sorry, and then it's just like a blank sorry. They don't mean it. It's not that sort of sorry. If you say sorry and if you keep doing that mistake again and again, it means that you haven't felt sorry from your heart. It's just It's just that you might have watched a few YouTube videos and you might have read a few things on Google how to save your relationship, and then you just go to your partner and say sorry. That's not how things work. If you really mean that you are sorry, you have to mend your mistake. Not just for you, it applies even to your partner. And the third thing, now you have to seal each other's flaws. So everybody knows that nobody is perfect. You know that you are not perfect. You know that your partner is not perfect. Definitely now when you are together, now you know this a lot more clearly than what you knew they were before. Because in relationship, when you start being together, only then you come to know what are the flaws, and certain things they might not be appearing before what they start appearing like in a magnified manner once you start living together. Whether you are married or not, even if you're living in, things will start appearing in the behavior patterns or the anything in the partner. You are going to see that the same thing your partner is also going to observe in you. So just try to change that if there are certain things in your behavior that the partner does not like. And if there are certain things which are not good that even you know, and your partner wants you to change them, then definitely try to change that. But if there are certain traits in your character, there are certain traits in your behavior which are not bad, then there is no problem that if you don't change them. Then, seal each other's flaws also means that when you are with each other, you are definitely going to see each other's flaws. When you are just with each other, nobody else is with you, try to point out and what are their mistakes and how you expect them to improve. Definitely it does not have to be all the time when you are pointing out to the flaws, but if you are not allowed to point out to the flaws, if you are never doing it, that is also unhealthy. And if you are pointing out towards the flaws all the time, that is also unhealthy. And there might be one more thing to remember, that if one person is continuously pointing out towards the flaws, it might be that they are just sparking up fight, or second thing might be that they are not satisfied because you have not changed, and that is why they are continuously pointing out towards that flaw. So there might be two reasons why they are continuously doing that. So just try to observe that. And seal each other's flaws in front of public. We have told how you can deal with them in private, but how you have to do that in public. Publicly, your partner is going to depend on you emotionally, as well as you are going to be somewhere or the other dependent on your partner. And it is this obvious thing that every partner expects, whether you are a male or you are a female. Partners expect that if somebody is trying to hurt you, somebody is trying to um, verbally abuse you, somebody is trying to say some nasty things to you or your partner has to support you no matter who is standing in front, who is telling those things to you, whether it can be your family, whether it can be your friends, whether it can be your neighbors or anybody around you. If there are certain things that are being said to your partner, you are supposed to stand up for your partner. The same thing applies to your partner. If somebody from your partner's side, or maybe in front of your partner, somebody is trying to verbally abuse you, somebody is trying to insult you, somebody is trying to put you down, somebody is trying to humiliate you, your partner is supposed to stand up for you, and they are supposed to help you and support you emotionally and speak up for you, not just be there just standing on your side. Not just that, they have to speak up for you. So that is what I mean by sealing each other's flaws. So everybody has flaws, everybody knows that everybody has flaws, everybody knows that their partners have a flaw and they themselves have a flaw. But how are you behaving in front of the world? Are you trying to seal each other? Are you trying to cover up your mistakes, your partner's mistakes as well as yours, or are you trying to expose them and yourself together? So if you are just trying to expose your partner, if you're trying to expose yourself, then there is no use of that relationship. You're just like almost in a fight, you're almost in a war sort of thing where you are with your enemy. in the same house or in the same room, and you're trying to expose each other at every possible incident that you can get hold of. And then comes keep the romance alive. Hugs and kisses and little gestures of showing love and care. These are like little things that you can do throughout the day. Now I know that nobody is free, that they get this time to do all that sort of mushy stuff throughout the day, but whenever possible, do that, and wherever possible. Now if you have a chance, do that anywhere. If you don't have a chance, you can definitely try to do it wherever possible. So yes, and then the last point is just get each other little gifts. Now I'm not saying that you have to get a little diamond which is worth millions. You know, diamonds are not for everyone, they are not everybody's choices, nor they suit everyone. So I'm not talking about diamonds or huge expensive gifts. We are talking about little gifts that you know your partner likes, your partner knows that you like. It can be like a chocolate that you know that your partner likes. Just go and get that chocolate. Sometimes if you know that your partner likes to have a certain sort of juice, just go and buy them that drink. Just go and buy them that coffee, or buy them that milkshake, whichever they like. That's, it's not going to cost much, you know, it's going to be like a fraction of the cost. But buy the thing that your partner likes, not what you like. Okay, so yes, so this is the little video on how to, on 5 tips for a healthy relationship, and I hope that you like this video. If you have liked this video, then hit the like button. If you feel that this video can help somebody, do share this video with that person. I will see you again in my next video. Until then, keep following the path of your soul's purpose, because you are born for a reason. Thank you so much for watching.